Tashka Yanawana is sitting next to me. He has come from Acre, Brazil, the state in Brazil that is right next to Bolivia and Colombia, so right at the western edge. Tashka is chief of the Yanawana people who live in the north part of Acre. It's a community of about 1,200 people, and 200,000 hectares has been given to, or the state has recognized as ancestral lands of your people, an increase from the original amount that the FUNAI, that the government allowed. So my first question is, why did you come to the symposium?
Well, it's a long way to come here. I started traveling for the community from Saturday.
Yeah.
Just about 3 days, no stop traveling by canoe, by truck, by airplane.
Right.
Well, I did this long trip at here. I think that when I was invited to come, I think it was interesting time to share a little bit how the Yawanawa people is doing what I can say, the traditional activity, and same time doing sustainable business. How interact with two worlds and how I say the best practice can help maintain the culture at the same time, help to preserve the nature.
Right, and at the moment, the communities go into the forest, and one of the main products that they are taking and they're selling to the company Aveda, which is based here in the United States, is urucum or natto, which is a dye that is used for cosmetics and so on. I wanted to ask you, are there other products that that you're finding that can also be commercialized in the rainforest?
Well, the Yawanawa and the Vida have this I call historic partnerships. It's about 27 years working together. I think it's the first company in the world have so long partnership with the indigenous people.
Right.
That means they really work well, this partnership. Well, the main activity we do is urucum. Urucum is a red color. The Yawanawa use it for memorial time to paint our face and the body. And a Vida use this organic urucum and do lipstick, lips color, all the things the women like it.
Yes.
And but it's not only activity we have.
Oh.
The Yawanawa, we have this many different designs. We paint our face and the body. We get this path and we are putting fashion clothes. This year we released in partnership with a company called Farm in Brazil, Farming.
Yeah.
They get the Yawanawa design and they do fashion clothes. We have this work, and also we are working from 2011, what they call the Yawanawa ethnotourism. We receive a lot of people over the world. They go have the spiritual voyage in the forest. They have ayahuasca. They have many kind of ceremony and see the Yawanawa daily life. Beside of that, the Yawanawa, we are working in what we call natural resources. We protect the land, and for this we have some support from Brazilian government.
Okay. What message would you have for people who are thinking about investing in projects that preserve the forest? What message would you like to pass on to people who are thinking about those sorts of investments that will preserve natural landscapes and the forest?
I think everything we do, we need to do with love and respect, because imagine all the company in the world is just not investing in environment. We're going to have a very ugly world. Everybody needs to invest in good things to have a safe and beautiful world to work and live into that. There's not just responsibility for indigenous people, for the entire world. And to work for indigenous people, I think we have two dilemmas. One, when people talk about the companies, they say, oh, they come in progress, they destroy environment, destroy our land. And same time, when the companies talk about indigenous people, say, indigenous people is against the progress. But that two dilemma is totally wrong, because indigenous people is very good business people. We do business before of the Europeans come to the Americans, right. And but we need time, we need trust to do a good business. I think some companies doing that. I think Avida is a good example of how a company work with indigenous people.
Okay, thank you very much, Tashka. It's been very interesting speaking with you, and your example is an interesting one for investors to look at. Thank you for speaking with us.